Well, great morning, everyone. Thank you for all the well wishes and things. I wasn't ill. I was having, ostomy problems. And, I tried using the heating pad, which worked to some degree. But, when I take a nice hot bath and soak, it just relieves it so quickly. So I'm quite fine this morning. Back up and running again. Now, last night we had the head of the Catholic Church that passed, the Pope. Was it Pope Francis? If you're going to go out, he's going out with a flourish on Easter. So that was going to be a big shakeup for the Catholic Church, waiting to see who the new pontiff is going to be. We'll have to wait and watch and see what happens with that. And so this morning we're going to do an open read and just see what we get this morning. As usual, pull my 18 cards and we'll try to figure it out together. What they're pointing to today. Will it be something about world happenings? Will it be something about the Trumpenstein, the Orange Menace, his administration? And then Hegseth yet again got caught on a second signal gate where he had his wife and his brother on this thing. Started out on his regular phone, not even a government issue phone. This guy has got to go. I mean, that's just insane. So lots of things happening. Alito told Trumpenstein, though, you best be listening. Okay? And now Alito is one of the things he and Clarence Thomas, etc., he pointed the finger at Trump and said, no, you don't do this, okay? So we'll have to see. So many things are starting to happen, okay? So this is about the payout. What's being offered up, the payout underneath of it all. So let's see what it says about the payout, what's being handed out. So the reading's about what's being built, what they're working on, the payout, what's happening with it, when it comes to he who would be king, okay, yeah, and Musk, etc. So this is, we see where this is going, the payout, what they're trying to build. Now we know that the tariff things are coming due here real soon. Again, they're having a lot of difficulties with the tariffs, and then also with Musk and stuff, with the things he's been trying to do with the Social Security. They told him back off as well. No, you're not getting into any more of that. So let's see where this goes. But the first thing, what they're building, when it comes to, it looks like the tariffs and the daily situation on he who thinks he is king, okay? So the energy coming into it, first and foremost, is about justice. So justice and overturning things. Now we know he wants to hang stuff up. He doesn't want to listen. He doesn't want to follow it. But he wants to overturn the things. Justice is building, though, when it comes to he who would be king, who's overturning stuff. And, beginning to look through this thing to see some things that are taking place. Now, when it comes to Musk and it comes to Trump, they're looking at this not in clarity, but they're looking at it through their own filters with what's taking place. So today, the swords are out mentally, this abuse of power and taking control. It looks like because this is in the alignment with the justice, what's being built. They're looking at his abuse of power, and could be that they're ready to take more control. Yeah, they're taking more control, taking this more seriously when it comes to moving elements through, navigating, with all these inconvenient truths that are popping up. When it comes to the things Trump is trying to overturn, and they're investigating. There are more investigations going on. Now, there could be investigations going on also in here, the monetary things that he's doing with the market, insider trading and stuff. That could also be going on with this, insider trading. But let's go and see what the challenge is. The dark government. Yeah, the abuses of the dark government. When it comes to this, he who would be king, overturning these things, they're trying to navigate it, and there is an agreement going forward. When it comes to a message being put out there about investigations going on, and what they're looking at when it comes to Musk and Trump. Okay, so potential outcome, rapid truth about the abuse and the dark government, what they're doing. They have got evidence. Evidence is in hand. Okay, and there is this bit of juggling on the tightrope, juggling what he's doing. Let's look at the extra information and see what it says. This is going to unfold rapidly. They're going to look at all the ones that are involved with this, and they're going to have a big pushback, okay? A big pushback when it comes to this, juggling this money thing. This could be, I think that this, looking at this reading, it could be about the insider trading, what he's doing with the money markets, okay? With the extra information rapidly coming, those involved, and going to do retreating, pushback on that, taking that out of commission. So let's go ahead and we will. Now, when we get the second part of the read, we'll know more about what is taking place. But let's look at this. What's being built? Rapid truth coming out. What's being juggled monetarily wise when they're holding on to the concrete things, what they did with the money market. In the center of it is trying to navigate to a better place. The Justice Department has more messages coming out. They're beginning to look through this at the dark government, what's being done and what's being overturned, hung up. There's an agreement with that, okay? An abusive power, there is more investigations going into that now. When it comes to things being overturned, they're trying to navigate. Trumpenstein is trying to find a way around it, okay, of course, with what's being built with investigations and the money market, the abuses of it. But again, Justice Department is starting to, look into this more. The agreement going forward, they've got evidence, okay? And when it comes to this abuse of power, juggling the money things, in rapid investigation, they are getting truth. They're getting to the bottom of it rapidly, and messages that they're going to be putting out. So let's go ahead and do the secondary part, which is kind of a clarifying reading as to exactly what's going on with it. Ruffle shuffle these well, and then we'll pull and start looking at the clarifying reading of this to tell us exactly what's going on. Okay, so let's see what's at the center of it. At the center of it, we have this fight going on, okay? This fight of actions going on. the burden. You know, this is just too much of all the actions that they're doing, being weighed down with the fight of this and with the evidence. There's just, like I said, way too much evidence coming out as to what they're doing. When it comes to, hanging on to the money, okay? Hanging on to the money. When it comes to the world and these actions, the actions being done, deliberate actions. When it comes to the information, and again, judgment. Every one of these readings, judgment is coming out time and time again. Oh, and the judgment also, it could be evidence about Marjorie Trader Green as well, okay? Not liking the harvest, the money that they're taking in, okay? This thing that they're miserly thing and the money that they're taking in, there is an agreement with this about the actions that he did. And maybe they're going to take action and the wheel is turning. I keep getting the wheel and judgment in these readings time and time again. So underneath of it, we have these restrictions when it comes to the long-term financial happenings with the White House and what he is overturning, okay? When it comes to his desires, the things that he's doing, that they're celebrating, the things that they're celebrating. And again, the wheel is turning, they're struggling, and the judgment is coming down, burdened by the harvest, what they're hanging on to, the monetary-wise, and more restrictions coming in when it comes to the White House. They are in agreement about taking heavy action. When it comes to the long term, they've got the evidence, and again, they're going to be overturning some of this. And the reading, it looks like it has to do with the, now it also could be tariffs, but I'm feeling more that this has to do with the manipulation of the money markets and the insider trading. I'm feeling that this reading has more to do with insider trading. It also could be a bit on the tariff situation as well, but it feels a bit more that it's centralized in the money market, the trading situation. So I'm going to leave that here, and we'll do another open read and just see what else it has to tell us today. So let's go ahead and put that up. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much for those that are, giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and those that are subscribing. Again, doesn't cost you anything. I don't do memberships where you have to pay. I don't do any of that. I'm not doing commercials. I'm not putting any of that out here. I just depend on your good grace, and thank you all for being here. I do appreciate every single one of you.